What's going down, guys? Michael Andreula here, up in the dojo, in the home dojo, pushing it, believing it. Positive Energy 2014. Jeff, the vegan badass from Colorado, emailed me. #1 supporter, maybe Martha. I'm not sure. You guys are neck and neck race. What should we do? The question is, I'm probably dropping my hands when I'm throwing combinations, and what should I do? What are the good drills? Well, first off, what are good drills? Take what's that called? Your wraps, and hook them up, and then work the combinations: jab, cross, slip, uppercut underneath, jab, cross, slip, uppercut as you're moving forward and back. I know you do Krav Maga, and that's fantastic. I'm not as familiar with it. I'm just it depends on your instructor on all self-defense classes, all classes in general. How good's the instructor? How can they not just take the system, but how can they apply that system to be best fitted for you? So if you have speed, you got to work that attribute. If you have power, you got to work that attribute. Everybody's styles and powers are going to be different, like your fingerprints. So you should be working those. So Anderson Silva got knocked out by Weidman by dropping his hands, but for all the other fights before, dropping his hands helped goad people in. So you need to look at your style. If that's not your style, you shouldn't do that. Hands up is the default information. Or if you see on YouTube comments, they're going to say, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. Yeah, that's the default. But what sport are you playing in? Are you doing this for self-defense? Are you doing it for kickboxing match, boxing match, boxing match? Keep your hands up. You're not worried about kicks or takedowns. Kickboxing match, you're also not worried about takedowns. That's why Muay Thai, they're up on their toes. They get taken down a lot easier. You're looking for a nice natural blend for your style and your attributes. So if you're going and you're fighting somebody and you're working combinations like you're seeing in a Muay Thai match or kickboxing, this thing's going on for a long period of time, I would probably run away because if I don't knock the guy out within a minute or 2 minutes, I'm probably in trouble because I'm throwing my best shots right off the bat. I'm going 100% offense off the bat, and normally in a street fighting situation, I would probably keep my hands here. I like to use my hands as a method to change my distance. I like to take my hands and put it on the other person's hands, because if I do that and I have both of your hands, then I can work different attacks and know your hands aren't coming at me. So, and also hands can do so much for you. When you throw your shoulders hard on a roundhouse kick, you easily double your power. On a front kick, I'll pull them back like I'm rowing and tilt back so I can get longer on my front kick, and my hands are slightly down, but my head's so far back you wouldn't be able to reach it anyway. So repetition, a good repetition drill, Jeff, that you could do at home is to take tape or your wraps and line them up and do jab, cross, slip, uppercut, jab, cross, slip, uppercut, moving forward, moving back, moving left, moving right. The striking is chaos. It turns into more mechanical tit for tat in longer endurance fights when you're doing 5-6 rounds. But you need to feel the moment. You need to be in a moment. That's the most important thing. How long does it take you to be in a moment and overcome the adrenaline dump that your body's going to do in a fight situation? When your body starts to dump all that adrenaline into the system, some people just get weak. So how quickly can you do it? In an instant. You can change your state. You have to bring the confidence. You can win a lot of fights just by not even fighting, bringing that energy, bringing that you're not going to crumble energy. As soon as the other person feels that, the fight will be over. Otherwise, that you should be severely avoiding street fights, because if you win, you're going to probably, well, Colorado's probably different, but in New Jersey, if you win a street fight, you could possibly hurt the person. They can probably sue the pants off of you. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. If you have to do it, then I would probably beat up the legs more, hitting somebody, and I've done this where I'm not proud of it, hitting somebody and knocking them out cold, and then wondering, they go to the hospital, and then wondering, are you going to, I know people that have gotten prison time for hitting somebody who's drunk. That person hits the sidewalk, their head hits the ground out. You got to understand, when you're out cold, your head hits the ground. It's like getting hit with a sledgehammer, internal bleeding in their brain. You're going to get blamed for this. So avoid street fights. avoid fighting in general. It's not productive. If you're doing it for a sport, then study the rules of the sport. If you're boxing, you should be exploiting the rules of boxing, and that's what happens with styles. If you're kickboxing, the same thing. Your MMA, the same thing. If you just want to practice for your own, yeah, you want to keep those hands up. You want to keep them nice and tight here so that you can slide back. You don't want to absorb shots with any space, because that's what hurts you. Keep it nice and tight and roll with the shots the best you can. Understand your positions. If you're getting a real beating, keep it tight, control, and don't let your head get rattled. Head getting rattled is where you get in trouble when you get hit. When a shock wave goes through the brain, it shuts your brain off. So that's what you're trying to avoid. Also, the shots that hurt the worst are the shots that you don't see. So those are the shots you want to hit people with. Faking the left and then throwing the right, getting them to tense up at the right moment. So what would I do? I would find good sparring partners that are not going to take a toll on you, and I would put myself in situations with sparring partners that are chaotic. So it's not, you do this, I do that, you do this, I do that, you do that a little bit, and then you want chaos to ensue. Because if you've been taking I know you take my class online, and chaos is the name of the game. I put you into moments where you're not thinking, and in my opinion, most martial arts have failed in that they take it away. They take the chaos away and try to make it so, and that is a form. You can get there by taking the chaos away and building the mind so strong that you don't collapse at that moment. But if you're used to the chaos and you love the chaos, you're going to make those people make rookie mistakes that you can easily land shots. And I liken it to tennis a lot of times. I like for somebody else to make the first mistake, and that's true in tennis. When you're hitting, some people want to kill the serve, or the return serve. They want to kill every shot, but let the other guy or the other woman make mistakes first. Let them mess up first, and then you come in and kill it. So if you make them come at you, you're exposed. They're going to have to open up. If they really want to throw a hard shot, they have to open up, and that's where you're going to take those shots. Also, have some unusual shots. Have your long-range shots. Work your jumping front kicks from 10 feet out. Work your mid-range shots, and your endurance is the most important thing you could possibly work, because fatigue makes people cowards, even if they are not. And also work your ground game up and down. Hopefully that's explaining it. And other questions about including more self-defense and yoga. If there's anything that I want to do, is focus on recovery training, and also I would love to have some weapons training. We have a huge Filipino population here. Filipinos are known for their best weapons, defense, hands, stick and knife. They're the best at it. They've been practicing the longest. So I will go over there, and I have done some, but I would love to do more disarming of handguns, disarming of knives. Even though, listen, you never are going to be in a position where you're unbeatable. If somebody has a gun or a knife, but at least you have some type of chance. It's like Krav Maga. Yeah, you should be doing that, because at least now you have some type of game plan in those situations. And unfortunately, these situations have been becoming more and more, at least in the news. So it's super important that I don't want those situations. I want us to, challenge ourselves and physically work out for fun, not because you have to defend yourself from playing the knockout game. But I've grown up in violence. I had a gun pulled out on me in grade school. People bullying me since I was day one. So I'm used to it. I'm used to this type of environment. And that isn't the future. It doesn't look like that in Hoboken, and New Jersey has been a lot safer, and it's because the kids are more connected now. They're talking more, and this next generation coming up is going to make the last generation look like savages, and I really appreciate that. And the internet and this whole thing, listen, we're talking on YouTube, and we're growing that bond, and we're not only growing the bond here in the U.S., but in Norway. Norway has supported me like nothing else. I love the Norwegians. I lived we call them the Swedish Guido. I know it's not exactly the same, but that region, China, Russia, Africa, South America, uh, all of Asia. We need to bring us all together. This way we're not getting into conflicts on the street or conflicts on the world stage. I know it's a little bit preachy, guys, but it's 2014. Where are we going to be in 100 years? What is our world going to look like? What do we want to leave for the next generations? And I think this internet thing is going to stick around, guys. We keep on pushing. Jeff, keep on pushing. Everybody keep on pushing. Spread the love. If you have positive comments, go for it. If you have negative comments, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just some guy from Hoboken. You don't have to listen to me. But I'll tell you, I want to help you. I want to make you better. So if that's wrong or if that's something you want to shoot down, go for it. But listen, guys, life is too short. We need to add. We need to give back. If there's anything we're doing, it's giving back. So it's cheesy, guys. 2014. Jeff, thank you so much for the email. Thank you so much for the support. Positive push. You're unbelievable. Come out to Hoboken, be my guest, and we'll set you up, brother. If not, we'll see you in Colorado. Everybody else, hit me up. Go to michaelandreula.com or CKO Trainer. I got a million of them, guys. I really need help. If you want to work, email me. Bye.